Philadelphia Eagles, this organization that just lost to the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle, in a must-win situation. All right, this is serious. A Jalen Hurts led Eagles team in a must-win situation for all the marbles for the division and for the division and possibly for the conference. They just blew it. This is where we are now. They just blew it. And we got to talk about that. Okay. Number one, I'm gonna get to Jalen Hurts. Don't even worry about that. We're gonna get to that. On the defense, okay. I'm actually gonna find some positive things. The defense in the first half gave up 3 points. 3 points. In that second half, they kind of got punked. A couple of drives, couldn't stop the run, missing tackles, stupid stuff that they normally do. But they were able to tighten up a little bit. All right. James Bradberry getting beat right there. I don't even put on him. I put that on the coaching staff that is not holding players accountable. That's who I put that on, because James Bradberry throughout the season has shown you that he doesn't have it. James Bradberry throughout this season has shown you that he's a guy that you cannot trust to stick anybody out on an island. James Bradberry is a guy who is begging you to bench him, who is telling you, please bench me, don't put me out there. And, the coaching staff isn't listening, okay? They say the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect a different result. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles have changed defensive coordinators, true, but you still putting James Bradberry out there to stick go routes and long balls and speedy receivers when he has shown you throughout the season, and in particular your last game against Brandon Cooks, that he's not the guy to be put in that role. So you put him in that situation when you knew the team only had, one play, and you got him, you putting your whole fucking season on the line. You're willing to do that in terms of like home seeding throughout the playoffs and all that. The first seed or second seed versus the fifth seed. You're willing to do that with James Bradberry. So that tells me what I need to know about the coaching staff, right? That guys need to be held accountable. Dudes do need to go, because nobody makes all the decisions right, but I can't, you can't have idiots, right? And what they're telling me is that they're boneheads, they're idiots, right, to do that. This is a game that should have not been this close. The Philadelphia Eagles went out there, put up 7 points to start off the game. Good, we're looking okay. I think there were a little bit one too many quarterback draws that I didn't like, but they went out there and they were scoring. So, call it what you want. Okay, Jalen Hurts here. Passes for, he goes 17 to 31 for 143 yards. Okay, 2 interceptions. That's not good, right? But he starts off the game 5 for 5. So you're thinking this is going to be a game where he's sharp. All right. But then he runs for 82 yards, 13 carries for 82 yards. All right, listen. I know some of these talking heads are out here acting like, you got to have Hurts as a threat and running and all that. But what we're looking for is for him to move away from that. Like they're serious. For this team to reach an apex and to be the team that we need it to be, he has to move away from that. No, you got to be able to sit there in that pocket, which they did point out that he does have one of the best. He has the best completion percentage from the pocket. Okay, so we need to expound on that. We need him to sit in that pocket and go to work and beat these teams, especially the bad secondaries like one we just faced tonight, who we made look like they were great, but the bad secondaries like this, and these teams that we got coming up. You got to be able to stand in there in that fucking pocket, read what's going on, and start dotting up. That's what I want to see, right? I was pissed off every time he was running. I don't want to see that, all right? Now, I'm okay with the running when we get to the playoffs, right? Because that's the one unexpected thing that you could do to kill them. But in a game like this, no, I don't want to see Jalen Hurts running. I want to see Jalen Hurts, 21 of 30, 300 yards, 2 to 4 touchdowns, no picks. That's what I want to see on games like this. This is what I came out expecting. So I was pissed at him the whole game. Pretty much. I was pissed at him the whole game. I don't want to see tush pushes for touchdowns. I don't want to see this dude running in. I don't want to see him running it in. I don't want to see none of that shit. I want to see real traditional quarterback play. Because in order to get where we need to get to, that's what we got to have. That's what we got to have. Right? I want to see the running backs running the ball in for touchdowns and all of that. This right here is not going to get it. Okay? He was awful. And then the other thing, the interceptions, the first one, it's on Hurts and it's on Watkins, okay? It's on Hurts for throwing it, okay? There was no need for that big play in that situation. There was no need for it, okay? To go for that play in that situation was just a stupid decision on the part of the quarterback. There's no reason for it. And then to throw it to Quz Watkins for Quz to be the guy on that route, all of that is bad. Quz Watkins is not a receiver that has the fundamentals down, okay? There's one of the main fundamentals for a wide receiver is, okay, number one, you catch the ball, okay? If you are unable to catch the ball, you stop the DB from catching the ball. You have to turn into a DB if you're in a bad spot. And what happened there? He just lets the guy punk him, push him out of the way, and intercept the ball. Quz Watkins should not be in the game. He's shown you that he's not reliable in that situation. But yet, the Eagles, the culture that Sirianni has, which I thought was a better culture, but I was wrong about. His culture is, you keep going to him, keep giving a guy a try. Okay, well, you saw what that did for you now. You saw what that did for you, like trying these dudes and not sitting them, not having accountability. You saw what it did, okay? I was done with Quz Watkins last year when Deron Bland punked him twice in the slot, kept taking the ball from him. Right there, you can't be my slot receiver, but that's me. Like, I believe in accountability. I believe in tough love. I don't believe in, all right, he'll get it next time. I'm sure I believe in you. And no, give me a reason to believe in you. That's the type of coaching I believe is appropriate for these guys. All right. The running game, our running game is good, but it hasn't been special. Okay, you're talking about 74 yards, 4.1 yards a carry for Swift, 3.5 yards per carry for Gainwell. It was okay, not special, Hurts got all damn rushing touchdowns, and I'm tired of seeing that. The wide receivers, they were fine, but like I said, it's the quarterback. He's playing like shit right now. Is he sick? Maybe, but you know what? I'm not going to go with that because you showed up, you came out there, you starting off the game running. So that's telling me, okay, you got enough health. You were zipping some passes out there. You're trying all these crazy ass bombs that they have covered. So I might assume you're not sick, right? So there's that. The defense, believe it or not, I'm actually more pleased with the defense than the offense. You hold a team to 20 points. And for the most part, you held them to what, 13 most of the game. You go out there and you put trash Bradberry out there on the you made that dumb mistake at the end. But for the most part, the offense was supposed to convert during that last drive. That interception Jalen Hurts threw was just horrendous. It's just because there's no reason for it. Keep the ball, grind the clock down, run the ball, pass the ball to, don't allow Hurts to be able to make those decisions if that's what he's going to do. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But, I have a problem with his decision making. There's been a couple of times this year he's done that. I don't care as much about interceptions as a lot of you do. I really don't. I'm more into the decision to throw certain balls. Like the one in Dallas, like I said, when we were up 11 points and he decides to throw that stupid ass pass instead of going for the first down. And then tonight, there's too many instances where we can move the ball and Jalen Hurts is not seeing open guys. Like, dude, we gotta cut that down. We gotta tighten up at the end of the year. Like, you gotta make those plays, right? So you got that going on. This is really bad. This is really disappointing. I can't really speak positively about the team from now. Like I can't, because I'm able to accept a loss to top teams. I can accept a loss to the Cowboys. They're kind of a top team. I can accept the loss to the 49ers. Okay, but I can't go putting no positive spin on a loss to no damn Seahawks. I can't. I can't do it, especially in a must-win situation when everything is laid out for you. And you still have an opportunity to win the conference and stuff like that, because when the 49ers lose next week, you had it. Okay? So I can't speak positively anymore. I got to be quiet. I got to shut the fuck up until y'all show me something different. I expected a dominant performance, and we're not getting that, man. We're not getting that. And we haven't seen a dominant performance pretty much all year. And I have to come to the conclusion that this team isn't going to come all of a sudden and play an A game. I don't think they have an A game in them. This is who they are. This is who they are until they show us something different. That's pretty much it with that. Not a good game, man. Not a good game. Not a good situation. And I'm actually shocked that this team with these players and the character that they have, that this is what we came to. That was disgusting. Everybody gets an F across the board. The only positive signs I saw were some of the young guys in the secondary. Honestly, they were like Ringo, Ricks, even Job, even with the pass interferences, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I would have rather seen Ricks in that situation, man, or Ringo. Definitely Ringo in that situation. Ringo runs a sub 4.4, so you want him in those situations, man. You want to go with Bradberry because he's the veteran. That's the type of stuff you're working with. This is what you get. You get losses to the Seattle Seahawks in games that were so winnable that you should have won, that you really felt like you had control of. You get them stolen from you, man. Hopefully it's just a learning example. Hopefully you learn. But listen, I'm not saying the Eagles can't do it. But I'm saying I don't believe they're going to do it. And I'm saying nobody has a reason to believe they're going to do it. Right? Y'all got to prove it to me now. His ball's in y'all court now. Now y'all got to prove it to me. Because y'all took every argument that I could have to defend, y'all done took that from me. So, ball is in y'all court now, fellas. Peace.